Because anytime you're doing anything new, of course you're going to be doubting. You haven't done it before. It's just part of the process. And self-doubt, imposter syndrome can unfortunately also cripple us. It can like stop us in our tracks. And I'm wondering, like, as you've counseled and mentored other people, I'm sure this has come up. Like, how do you deal, or advice you'd give to those who are struggling, because we all struggle with it, self-doubt, imposter syndrome, and how to navigate those periods?
I think that's great. And I think, as you said, it's something that everybody struggles with, from the, Bill Clintons, or that just name came to mind, to, people that you wouldn't even imagine have any kind of confidence issues. Like, they're going to have those periods and doubts, especially when you're trying out something new. I think being very aware of comparison is a big thing. Why am I not there? You're seeing the social media, the awards, the other things, and you're trying to compare yourself, which I think will feed into that self-doubt and imposter syndrome. It's just definitely making sure that you have a check on that is important. I think, reaching out and being vulnerable to connect to people and setting out those things can also open up floodgates of people really truly like showing, their kind of mistakes or how things don't work as it looks like. So I think it's also important to lead by example, by, being honest and authentic with your own experiences, to open up and see that actually everybody's sharing in a lot of these. So I think making sure that you have that trusted network to do so, but also creating those safe spaces. One of the things that I did, as I mentioned, kind of feeling like, wow, I'm an imposter, like a woman in tech, like I've never done this before. I would have said I was more of a data or a research person. I created a group called Femme Tech Talks, and it was actually to bring together women in technology or had interest in technology to create a space that we could actually speak about. Often not just kind of the how do we do spreadsheets or shareholders agreements, or how do you code, which tech stack is the best. It was actually more of the underlying kind of like, how do you deal with people talking over you all the time, or how can you deal with a colleague who's sexually harassing you, or how do I feel confident in a maybe all room full of all men, and I feel like they're probably not going to take me seriously. So I think that was really important, because it created that community. If it doesn't exist, you can always create it. There's so many outlets for that. So I think, being able to lead by your own example, and then you see a lot more people will connect to you on that, and it can help in that process of just, relieving a little bit of that doubt, because you're proving to yourself. And I think also just, doing things outside of your business, like sometimes the biggest achievement in some days like would be me actually like cycling to a meeting, like, because I used to love cycling, and cycling in London is quite like a intimidating thing, at least pre-COVID. So sometimes, even these micro achievements build that confidence in yourself, that you're like, I can do this. Like I've never, been in this situation where nobody was there to help me. I was abandoned and, homeless, and these situations can happen, but you've found a way out of them, right? Or maybe they've never happened because you can remember those memories of the people who really helped you out. And again, just making sure that you're aware of those and appreciative of those to actually build more of that confidence, see that other people are feeling like imposters or they have their own doubts. So yeah, hopefully kind of erode this kind of maybe social media image or startup image that is quite predominant.
Yeah, I love that. And I was actually chatting with a friend, and we're talking about how, like, I think imposter syndrome, self-doubt has a bad rap, because I feel like whenever we feel it, like we're on the right path. Like we're doing something that's challenging us to the point where we're actually doubting ourselves. And I feel like it's actually a good thing. Like I'm trying to do a better job of embracing it. Like, oh, I'm
Yes.
feeling
Yeah.
this crippling feeling, nervous. I'm like, I just gotta embrace, like, that's actually the right path for me. I need to
Exactly.
if I'm not getting that signal, if I'm not feeling that discomfort, like, oh, I'm not pushing myself enough. I need to lean into that discomfort more.
That's definitely true. And I think especially with public speaking and different things, reorientating that nervousness is like, I care so much. Like I want to do so well. And I've prepared and I've done all of the things that I know I can do to achieve it. But yeah, having that doubt to kind of play in and use it as a motivator, use it as something that you can orientate to drive a bit harder or practice a little bit more, or do a better job. I think, without falling into the perfectionism sphere, but yeah. But yeah, I think that's certainly a really good point. If you're feeling nervousness and I could fail, but also this excitement and anticipation, then you're probably on the right track of, again, kind of aligning with that purpose and passion that can help get you to the next step.
Thank you so much for listening to this clip of the Data Talk podcast. To check out the full show or see the full catalog of previous episodes, go to Experian.com/Data Talk.